Hi and welcome to my July book haul. As usual, I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I got this month. I want to start off with one that I am particularly excited about. This is one that is being published by Penguin, so I did get a proof copy from work. These are some of the amazing perks of working in publishing. This is the new book by Andy Weir, the author of The Martian. You might remember the year that I read The Martian, it was in my top 10 favorite books of the year. I adored that book, so when I heard there was a new book coming out, not in a series, it's a standalone, I was very, very excited. I'm pretty sure it's out in November, but I put links to everything in the description. Also, this proof copy has beautiful sprayed edges. I think the final copy is going to look fairly similar, but it will have the title on it. The pitch for this one is the first city on the moon, population 2000, mostly tourists, some criminals. The next one is The Fandom, which I was sent by Chicken House. This is a proof copy. It says now publishing January 18th. The thing about books that are being published far into the future is that very often the publishing date for them will change, so you have to make some slight adjustments. This is the story of Violet and her friends. They're at Comic-Con and then by some sort of freak accident they get launched into their favorite world, so I'm guessing it's the thing that they're a fan of. That's what they get launched into. It sounds really, really fun, so I'm excited to read that. They were also giving this away at Young Adult LitCon. Fortunately, I already had a copy, so I didn't have to go running around trying to get one. Next up, there is another book from Penguin. When I heard that we were going to be publishing this, I was so excited because it is The Miseducation of Cameron Post. Now you might have already heard about this before because it's been out in the US for years and years. I've been wanting to read it for forever and now it's finally coming out in the UK. It is set in Montana in the US. It's about a girl who's basically having to hide her sexuality, and then it says, desperate to correct her niece, Cameron's aunt takes drastic action. This is also going to be a film, so another reason to pick this up now. Also, I love a good like sort of Instagram filter cover. Yeah, really gorgeous. Then you might have seen this one on my Instagram, but it is A Change Is Gonna Come by Stripes Publishing. They sent this to me for review and it says brand new stories and poetry about change. And the stories in this are by 12 Black, Asian and minority ethnic writers. I feel like most of them are from the UK as well. This is one that I've been looking forward to for a really, really long time. And you know how there's been so much discussion about content warnings and trigger warnings and stuff like that. This has a really lovely list in the back that sort of indicates certain topics that are in the different stories. So if there's something that you really don't want to read about, there's a story that you might want to skip, you can have a look in the back, and I think that's great. Then there's this proof from Scholastic. It is called A Shiver of Snow and Sky, and on the cover it says, red, red, the lights glow red, beware the dangers up ahead. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's a little note in it as well that kind of explains what it's about. On the frozen island of Skane, the sky speaks. Beautiful lights appear on clear nights, and their colors have meaning. Green means all is well and the goddess is happy. Blue means a snowstorm is on the way. And then there's red. Red is rare. A warning. So I'm guessing it is like a little bit of a mix of fantasy. I can't quite tell what time setting it's set in. Is it like a medieval setting or something along those lines? They do talk about the villagers, so that always gives me an impression like that. Really like this shiny, shiny cover as well. I really, really love sort of old-timey settings, but I'm not crazy about high fantasy stuff. So I rather have medieval settings with like a twist of magic or a twist of fantasy rather than like full-on Lord of the Rings. Then I was sent this lovely picture book by my friend Jen Campbell. It is Franklin's Flying Bookshop and it is her new book. It is also illustrated by Katie Hartnett. It is about Franklin the dragon who loves to read, but he basically keeps scaring people away. As you might imagine, I did already manage to read it and it is really, really adorable. And if you're a book lover, I would highly recommend it, whether you're reading it for yourself or like with some kids. And this is going to be out in September. The last one is not new in any way, but again, I picked this up at work and I am really, really excited about reading it. It is The Power by Naomi Alderman. It won the Bailey's Prize. Here it still says shortlisted, but yeah, it won. And it is about a world where girls suddenly have this power to sort of have this electric current running through their hands, and it really changes the power dynamic, and I have a feeling that things get slightly out of hand. I feel like I've been reading a couple of different books with different scenarios where it's like women take over the world or there's like some kind of switch in power balance, and I haven't really found one yet that I'm like, yes, this is the one. Alright, so that is all for my July book haul. Links as always will be in the description. Summer in the City is almost here. I hope I will get to see you guys. I will be at the Penguin platform booth, but I'll also be on the BookTube panel, and I'm doing a chat about cruelty-free beauty with Marion on, I think it's probably the lifestyle or beauty stage. Anyways, I hope I will see some of you there. Have a lovely week, and that's it for now. See you later. Bye!